North Carolina, because we're going to be talking about it right now.
We're going to North Carolina.
Many of us are thinking about summer vacations already right now, even though spring has just arrived.
Yeah, but if you want to make your vacation a little more permanent, maybe a new home could be just the thing. Ooh. Alexa Kebalo, Connecticut's Realtor of the Year, is joining us along with Carolina Realtor, North Carolina Realtor, Leigh Brown. It's so nice to have you.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming up.
I'm so honored to be here.
Well, we're so happy to have you.
I didn't know Mystic was real, like Mystic Pizza.
Yeah, that's where it's from. That's
you're too young to remember that movie, Nicole, but Scott, you're not.
I am not, and I've eaten there, and it's really wonderful.
It's fantastic.
It's amazing. Have you been to Connecticut before?
I don't remember if I have.
It's okay if you haven't.
We'll make this memorable this time, I promise.
The state capitol's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
I heard the story about the gold.
Yeah, the weather. It'll get better.
I was expecting warmer than this, which is why I still have my jacket on.
Exactly. I don't blame
We thought
you.
you'd bring the sunshine, Leigh.
I should have, but y'all just now got your tulips blooming. You're a little bit late.
And our dogwoods.
Everybody moves south to get spring earlier.
All right, so we want to move. What's the process for a client who wants to be outside of Connecticut?
Yes, so that comes up a lot, right? We love beautiful Connecticut, Mystic #4 in the nation, right? But there's a lot of people that are considering the relocation options. And a lot of people are moving, let's say, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida. That's the top 3 that I see a lot of the times.
Okay.
So I remind everyone that I have a network of realtors all over the world that I know, love, and trust, such as Leigh Brown here from beautiful North Carolina.
And Leigh, what kind of buying trends are you seeing in North Carolina?
Well, we're, of course, in North Carolina, the 3rd state as far as new job growth. After Florida and Texas is North Carolina. The growth in the EV space, the technology space, and of course, we're a huge financial sector. We're the 2nd biggest financial center in Charlotte after New York City.
Wow.
So we have a ton of jobs, which is what continues to drive the growth. And then, of course, the 4 seasons, the access to the coast and the mountains makes it a little bit of something for everyone. But what we really get tickled by are the people that start up north. They go to Florida thinking that's the great place to get, and then they say, I need a little bit of cold in the winter, so they come back to North Carolina. We call them halfbacks.
Isn't that great?
Halfway back.
She taught me that.
Happy.
Those halfbackers, you know?
But it's also affordable. I mean, y'all have a very high tax structure up here in the Northeast. It's a lot lower tax structure in North Carolina, and that's a huge advantage to somebody who's struggling with affordability. And so instead of your dollars going into property taxes, they can go into the house, and it tends to work out.
Wow.
I know Outer Banks, which I'm headed to August 5th through the 12th. Very excited to go. It's an awesome place. It's just one of the many things that North Carolina has to offer.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the Outer Banks. It's hard to get there, though, because people think North Carolina's small, but it's really long.
It is.
And we like to look at the fact that I'm in Charlotte, which is in the center. It's a solid 6 hours to get to the Outer Banks.
Just within the state.
Yes, but you're wise to just stay there. When you get there, you can see where the Wright brothers had the first flight there at Kitty Hawk. Duck Donuts is very famous, so do not miss the Duck Donuts. They're worth every calorie.
Bring some back, please.
You could go on a horse,
some wild horses.
Oh, and Bill Gates' ex-girlfriend's house just hit the market. So when you're in real estate, you get to look at things like houses in Rodanthe that have a little bit of a sordid history to them, because it's fun.
It's fantastic.
Maybe you can buy a house.
Scott's making a plan now.
We'll connect you with Leigh. We'll get you
So what's the process? They get in touch with you first if they're in Connecticut, and then you put them in touch with Leigh?
Absolutely. And a lot of clients, they want to try on different lifestyles and locations. So having someone like Leigh as an expert in her local market, she can really share with people what it's all about and what their options are.
And we do the education piece, because when you're moving from the land of apples to the land of oranges, nothing feels right at first. So we want to explore the different towns, their different personalities, and it goes back to where Mystic lands in there compared with Mackinac Island. They're wildly different, but until you get there and get to meet some people and see the area, it's hard to pick. And then once you narrow that down a little, you come back to Alexa and say, let's get this house sold. And then we work the logistics piece, because that's the most frightening part of relocating is logistics. But that's what your realtor is here for, to help you put the checklist together and manage it.
That's right. And we have all the contacts.
Thank you enough for coming in, all the way from North Carolina.
I know. Welcome to Connecticut. Get some Mystic Pizza.
So excited to be here, and I'll take somebody back with me.
Okay,
Can't wait.
There you go. Alexa and Leigh, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
And here's the information how you can get in touch with Alexa right there on your screen.
860-808-4125.
That's right. If you guys would like the free buyer, seller, or relocation guide, just text me or call me.
Okay, cool.
Great.